everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, Myra Lorraine. Happy 4th of July, everyone. When this video goes up, it should be the 4th of July, so I wanted to wish you all a great celebration, and I hope you're staying safe while you're doing it. So I wanted to bring you a real quick video. It won't take long because I know everybody's celebrating. I doubt if anyone will even see this video on Saturday. But I wanted to bring you this quick video because I had mentioned in a couple of my other videos about a dress that I was cloning. Now this dress right here has been in my closet for quite some time. I purchased it. Unfortunately, it has a sad side. It has a sad story to it. I purchased this for a wake that I went to for a very dear friend of quite a few years back. Well, it wasn't quite a few. I'm thinking maybe about 5 years. I'd have to look and see when that was. But I purchased this dress, and obviously because I was so sad, I didn't feel like sewing anything. But I love this dress, and I actually found it at, I don't think it has a tag in it, but it doesn't say. Oh, I got it at Burlington. Used to be Burlington Coat Factory. Well, that's where I purchased it. But I had gone to Marshall's, I think it was. I remember back then, and I saw this exact dress, but it was in a bright yellow. And I thought, oh my gosh, if that was in black, it would be so pretty. Well, I didn't find anything at Marshall's, so I left Marshall's and I ended up going to a few other stores. Went to Burlington, which was the last store on my list. This dress was there in black, so I was so happy I purchased it. And I've kept it here for quite some time because I loved it. However, for some reason, it's 100% rayon. It's 100% rayon. Love it. It hasn't faded through all the washings because I've worn it quite a bit since then. Whoops, forgot to charge my battery. Let me switch batteries, be right back. Okay guys, sorry about that. I have to remember to make sure I have a fresh battery in here when I start recording. Anyways, like I was saying, I've worn this quite a bit since I first purchased it, and it's been through quite a few washings. It has not faded at all. I mean, it looks just as vibrant black as the day I purchased it. However, there are a couple problems that did happen. And I've never really had this happen to me before. It just happened recently on something else that I had. But for some reason, it is a lot shorter than it was. Well, it was short, but it's a lot shorter now. And I'm not sure, either I put on weight or this shrunk a little. I don't know, one of the two happened. But the other thing that happened, let me see if I can get this off, is for some reason, and that's what makes me think the fabric is probably not the highest quality, is because this started to happen. I noticed that it has a hole in it. And the hole, let's see if I can get you to see it, is right here, right there. See that? I don't know if I nicked it or what, but a hole just popped up in it. And that's a bummer. But I am not going to get rid of this because I love this dress so much. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it off into a high-low top because I really do like it, and I want to get some more wear out of it because I feel like it looks really good on me. I really truly love this. So with everything that I've just mentioned to you, that's the reason why I wanted to clone this dress, because I do love it. So I already showed you guys how I clone. I took that same process and I started to clone this dress. I didn't run into any problems. The only one that I did in putting the new dress together was it has a back yoke. Actually, let me show you that before I go away. This one has a back yoke on it, if you can see that. I know black is really hard to show. So maybe I can get you to see that it does have a back yoke there. There's the line right there. And while I love that back yoke, I really wanted that yoke to be a part of my new dress. So I had to work with that. And it worked out really well for me. It did work out really well for me in cloning it. The only problem that I had putting the dress together was that back yoke. Let me bring it up so you guys can see. Was that back yoke. And the back yoke came in on this one just fine. But I wanted to do the burrito method on the back yoke. As you saw on that dress, it is really full. It has 6 panels. There are 3, one middle one in the back, 2 side backs, and 1 front and 2 side fronts. So it is a wide, what they probably called a while ago, a swing dress. And that's what drew me to it, because I used to have a swing coat back in the day too, because I really like that look. But anyway, that was the problem, and that was the only issue that I had in putting this dress together, was doing the burrito method with so much fabric and trying to get it twisted up. I'll put a picture here so I can show you guys, because I wanted you to see I did it. I actually wound it up as tight as I possibly could, and then squeezed my clips on there and got that done. And it turned out very well for the inside, as you can see. There are no seams. There it is. It's all closed up, even on the shoulder seams. There we go. But it turned out very, very well. Very, very well. Now, there was one issue here, and I did make a pattern, because I am definitely going to make me a couple more of these dresses. They are so comfortable. And because it's a swing dress, and as you'll see in the pictures, the videos that I'll show you in a few minutes, with a swing dress, if you're outside in the wind, the tendency of it to fly up could be great. So I always wear shorts underneath that dress, and I will be under this one too. But anyways, I love, love, love this dress. Now, as I mentioned before, that dress over there is 100% rayon, so it has a lot of drape, and it's just beautiful. I love the drape on that. Now, this fabric was gifted to me many years ago. Do not know the content of it, but as you can see, I'll bring it up closer so that you can see it. It looks suede, and I think what it is, based on my thoughts, it's not a suede silk, but I do believe it's some type of suede twill. It has drape to it. As you can see, it does have drape. Let me take it back off of here. It does have drape, as you can see, but it's a heavier drape than that rayon. And this may have rayon in it as well. But what I love is that suede look and that rich color. And because it's a heavier fabric than the rayon challis that I have over there, I had to take out some of the fullness of all of the sections. So I just removed probably about 2 inches of fullness from this dress, because it tended to bow out a little bit. And once I did that, then it was perfect. They almost looked identical, even though this was a heavier fabric. But oh my God, I am in love with this dress. I am so in love. And now it's time for me to show you the before picture with my black dress on, which is going to be cut off and now made to a top. But I still love this dress on me. Even though it was really, really short, like I mentioned before, I do wear shorts underneath it, so it wasn't a problem for me. But I absolutely love this dress. And then now I'll show you the picture of me in the new dress, which is a little bit longer. I made it about 2 inches longer. It's still a short dress, but it's 2 inches longer. And I love this dress, I really, really do. And that's why I made myself an actual pattern. I copied onto the pattern paper pieces so that I would have a pattern to make my future dresses, because I love this dress so much. So those are the before and the after for the cloning of this dress. And I hope you guys enjoyed that. The only thing that I wish I had done, and I can do it on future ones, which I plan to, is to put pockets in this dress. And that is something that I love doing with my dresses and pants, is putting pockets on, because I carry my phone with me everywhere. But so that's it, you guys. I just wanted to bring you this quick video so that you can see the cloning of my before and after dress. And I do have some more videos, but I think it's time for me to go celebrate with my husband. So you guys enjoy your 4th of July, and I'll see you in my next video. Don't forget, stay safe, comment down below, hit me some likes, and subscribe if you want. Happy sewing. Bye now. Okay, now what you want to do, I have all my pattern pieces here. We have the back yoke, which is here, the neck band, the collar, the back, which is cut on the fold, the side back, the side front, and the front piece. Now what you didn't see on camera, this extension that you see from here to from here to this line, that's a 2-inch extension, and that's because I noticed that the dress, and I'll pop a picture up here, the dress actually has a button placket. So I wanted to make sure that 1-inch button placket was included in this as well. So what you want to do after you have cut out your patterns, and some of you guys could have done this on the paper. Let me come down so you can see me. Hi guys. Okay. When I cut this out on the paper, when I traced it on the paper from the dress, I could have added my seam allowances right there, but I didn't. I actually like to transfer it onto tissue paper, and that way I can keep these intact without seam allowances, just in the event I gain a little bit of weight. But so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to trace these onto my tissue paper with seam allowances. But before you do that, you want to true up, and let me show you what I mean. You want to make sure that all of your sides, like here's the collar piece. When I go to fold it in half like this, you want to make sure that both sides line up, so that when it's folded in half, both ends look identical. So you want to go through that on these 3 pieces, especially the neck band, and I've already trued them up, as you can see that they're all even. And the same thing with the yoke. When you fold it in half, all the edges should match. So that's truing up. And then I'll make sure that these are all trued up at the necklines and at the armhole edges. And then I will show you once I get my finished pattern pieces. Okay, I'm just going to show you real quick how I add my seam allowances to my pattern pieces, and hopefully you can see this here. I think I'm going to put myself out of the mix for a minute just so that you can see. Okay, here we are. Now I have my pattern pieces, my block underneath this tracing paper, and I have my trusty 1/2-inch little ruler here. So what I'm going to do is just go around and add the seam allowances to this pattern. I'm not going to trace the line, so you won't see a double line. It'll just be the line for the seam allowance is what I'm going to be doing here. So I just trace around it, and this makes it so easy because I know that this is a 1/2 inch seam allowance on this ruler, so it makes it easy for me to do that. And this collar band is a little curved, so I want to make sure I have that curve in there. Come on. Not too much of a curve here. Oops. Get my 5/8 in there. Now you could do this with a regular ruler too, for sure. Up here. And then we can round this a little bit here, because I know it's rounded here, and here not so much. Hopefully you guys can see that. Really good. Let's come here, flip this over this other way. Actually, no, go this way. I'm a little confused with my curvings here. There we go. And a 1/2 inch along this line here. And here. And I take this paper down so it won't shift on me. I taped it down on both sides of the end, and usually it really helps me to get that done properly. Okay, let's curve this out a little bit here, and let's do around it. Yeah, just like that. Oops, half an inch. There we go. Okay, that's the seam allowance for my neckband. As you can see, I have the 5/8 around the block, and I'm going to do the same thing here with the collar, and I'll speed up the video so you won't have to spend all the time with me here doing this. Okay, now I'm going to put all my markings back on here. This is the collar, and I need to cut 2 of these. This is the neckband, and I need to cut 2 of these as well. Okay, now that I have these all marked up, I'm going to cut these out, and I'm going to add seam allowances to my other pieces and cut them out, and I'll come back to you to give you a few more tips on doing this. Okay, everyone, I have all my pieces cut out, and I have them all marked here for you to see. And what you need to do at this point is you want to overlap your seam allowances and make sure that they true up on all the edges once you overlap those seam allowances, and mark any notches as well. Now this is your pattern. You can do anything that you want to do with it, but I just want to make sure that you go back and you true up to make sure that those armholes, like my side backs here, that once you overlap those, make sure that they match. And as you see, I have to put a dart on this side once I true that up and make those match. And once you do that, then that's when the some type of basic sewing construction, not sewing, but construction skills come in handy with this, because there are no instructions for you to do this. So, and I know how to basically add a neck facing, a collar, how to put the front and the back together, all of that. So if you know all of that, that's all you need to put this together, to put something like this together. So that's how I do it, once again, and I'm glad that I could share this all with you. So that's it for this part of the show and tell.